Let's bring in France 24 senior reporter Catherine Norris Trent, who's at République in Paris, where the big march here is going to take off in about a half an hour's time. Catherine, what's the feeling like there now?
Hello there, Jeannie. Well, large crowds are gathering now for the start of this 10th National Day of Strikes and Protests. You can see them here behind me in Paris. They're set to march through the east of the capital once again, and they're trying to get as many people on the streets as they can. The union leaders here say they are determined to try and keep up the pressure on the French government. I've been speaking to some of the demonstrators out today who say that they are determined. They don't feel this battle is over at all. In fact, if anything, a lot of them feel galvanized by recent events. The violence that took place on the streets last Thursday, and people here are denouncing what they say is heavy-handed police tactics, police violence, and they're also very upset at the way this law was forced through the French Parliament using that 49-3 amendment of the French Constitution. So there's an awful lot of anger on the streets. And I would also say that I feel it's widened out from just a debate about French pensions to a feeling of malaise and discontent about inequality in French society. And there are all walks of life here on the streets, including lots of young people today. I've just been speaking to a group of 16 to 18-year-olds, so clearly not in the world of work yet, but already out on the streets demonstrating ostensibly about pensions. Their high school is blocked by protesters, and they say they really want to see the government back down, and they continue to carry on for as long as it takes.
Catherine, what about the strike action itself, the disruptions? In Paris, we can still see garbage piled up all over the place. But what about things like trains, airports today, the metros? How are things running?
Well, they're not running for the large part. A lot of the Paris metro and transport system is frozen at the moment, as are intercity trains in France. There's like 3 out of 5 high-speed trains are not running this Tuesday. So you can imagine if King Charles had been visiting Britain, he wanted to get a train down to Bordeaux, well, it probably would have been cancelled. One of the reasons his official visit was called off, of course. School teachers are out on strike. One union says 30% of primary school teachers are not in work again today, a 10th day of action for some of them, although, you know, they're losing a lot of their salary, so it's starting to pinch for those protesting workers. And of course, there are the bins. Now, the bins have been ordered to be collected by the government for health reasons, but they still can't get the waste off the streets of Paris in a lot of areas because 2 of the French capital's waste incineration plants are blocked by striking workers. So, yeah, there remains a great deal of strike disruption, as well as these huge demonstrations in France today.
All right, Catherine, thanks so much for that, and thanks for your coverage throughout the day of that march that's going to be starting at République in the heart of Paris in about a half an hour's time. Catherine Norris Trent, thanks so much.